Hello busy people, Autobite here. In this video, I'm going to introduce you an interesting UDF which can be used to fetch values from a string of data. Let's start. Here I have taken two kinds of sample data. One is structured data and the other one is unstructured data. In structured data, every cell starts with the word narration and then invoice number, a slash, and against repair charges and again a slash, then quantity. Every cell follows the same format. Here the forward slash can be used as a delimiter to split this cell into different columns. In case of unstructured data, there is no particular delimiter here. Sometimes commas are used and then sometimes space are used. Sometimes some other symbols are used like semicolon here. Let's say you have to pull only the quantity data into the next column. That is 3880, 700, etc. into the next column. In case of both structured data as well as unstructured data. How do you do that? In case of structured data, you might have the tendency to use the write function. But here you have to specify the number of characters. In this case, there are 4 number of characters, that is 388 and 0. Here 700, that is 3 characters. 3100 and 15. Since the number of characters change from cell to cell, you cannot use the write function here. So the only option you have is to go to the data tab and use this text to columns feature. How do you do that? Let me copy this first and then select the entire data and now click on text to columns. Select delimited and then click on next and you have to specify the delimiter here, which is forward slash in our case. Click on finish and then quantity get copied into the next column. Now select the entire data and then replace qty colon space with nothing. Click on replace all. Now you will end up with only the quantity number values. This is one way of doing it. However, this is not recommendable because your columns get changed. Here we have entire data in the same column, but when we use this text to columns feature, the data gets pasted into the next columns, which might disturb the data in case we have some other data in this column. To tackle these issues, I have designed a simple user-defined function with the name saFetchNumber. There are two arguments you need to input into this function. One is the text where the data is contained and the keyword. Here, since we want the quantity values, the keyword will be qty. Now press enter. Now all you need to do is fill this down. Now all your quantity data will get pulled into this next column. Now suppose let's say you don't need these quantity values but you need invoice numbers into the next column. All these invoice numbers. So how do you do that? Simple. You just need to replace the qty keyword with inv keyword. Now fill this down. That's it. You get all the data pulled into the next column within a span of seconds. The beautiful thing about this user-defined function is it not only works with structured data, but it also works with unstructured data. Let's see how it's working. Follow the same procedure, specify the keyword qty and then press enter and then fill this down. Here, since this data is unstructured, you might get one error called keyword not found. So let's see what's the error. Here we got the error because the keyword qty is not present in this cell. Instead, q and ty was present. And then here q, u, a and t, I, ty. Full spelling is here. In some places q and ty is written, in some places quantity full spelling is written. So all you need to do is unfilter this and then you have to make a small adjustment in this user defined function. you just need to specify another keyword, qty or qnty or quantity. You want to search all these keywords in this data. So now press enter. Now fill this down and you won't be getting any errors. Now let's check if there are any errors. Yes, still there are some errors. We got these errors because here there is no qty keyword, no qnty keyword. That is, there are no quantities specified in these sets. So we can directly ask the management why are the quantity numbers not mentioned in these entries. Now let's check this for invoices as well. Delete this and re-enter. There are no errors because all the invoice numbers are specified. So now let's see how to write such a UDF. Let me show you the code. Go to the developer tab, Visual Basic. Here I have three projects open. One is the Autobyte Tally, that is my own add-in that I am working on currently. And then personal XLSB, that is binary workbook. And then the current file module. This is where I wrote all the entire UDF. In case you want to use this UDF, all you need to do is open your Excel workbook and press on insert and then click on module, and then you have to copy paste this code. Now let me explain this UDF. Here I have declared this function saFetchNumber, in which you have to input a cell value as range and then param array. Here you don't know how many keywords you are going to enter. The keyword might be 1 or 2 or 3. In our case, qty, qnty and quantity full. There are 3 words. So since you don't know how many keywords you are going to enter, I have considered this as param array as variant. Usually I declare a function as a double or a single or long, etc. However, here I have commented it because I will tell the reason later. Then I have declared found word as string. Found word is nothing but qty or qnty, etc. And then I have created a small loop here, and then I have declared a number string. And then in case the mid of the specified cell is like 0 to 9, which means if it is a number, then I am asking the UDF to pull that value into the next column. And then finally, once we get the num string, I am converting it into a double CDBL of num_str. It's totally fine if you do not understand this, because this is some kind of advanced function, and if you have good knowledge of VBA, then download the code and watch it yourself. You will surely understand. Here I have to declare this because in case the cell ends with the specified keyword. For example, let's say here inv is not here, but the cell ended with the keyword inv. In that case, it should throw an error. It should specify that cell ends with specified keyword and it is not followed by any number. So that's why I have added this line here. And then error handling. In case of on error, go to not found, which means in case of any error, it will output keyword not found. That's it. So what's the difference between saFetchNumber and saFetchNumber CS? CS means nothing but case sensitive. In case you want to search for the keyword in the case sensitive, then you have to use this function. What's the difference between both the functions? The difference comes only at one place, which is here. Here we have used VB text compare, whereas here we are using VB binary compare. In text compare, small qty is equal to capital Qty and so on. Whereas in VB binary compare, small letters and capital letters are not the same. That's it. Everything else remains the same under the both the UDFs. Here double means a number. However, I did not declare it as double because in case of error, this function should output keyword not found. Keyword not found is a string and not a number. So if you declare this function as double, then you will get a value error in case saFetchNumber becomes keyword not found. So in order to escape that error, I have just commented this out. But usually it's a good practice to declare it as a double or long or string or etc. Last but not least, user-defined functions are not like the native functions that Excel offers, like sum, if, etc. User-defined functions don't get updated as frequently as native Excel functions. So in order to make the user-defined functions calculate dynamically, that is as and when the sheet changes, you have to put this code in the workbook module. Private sub workbook open, this workbook dot force full calculation is equal to true. And then in every sheet on which you are using these user-defined functions, private sub worksheet change, by while target as range, and then application dot calculate full. This means that you are just asking Excel to calculate the sheet entirely. You are forcing it to calculate the sheet fully, even if it is a user-defined function or a native Excel function. That's it. To get the code, open your browser and type this URL, press enter, and then go to repositories, user-defined functions, and then saFetchNumber. Click on raw, and then you can copy this from here. Copy this and paste inside your Excel module. That's it. You can download the code from my GitHub account. Link is in the description below. If you have any work related problem like a boring task or a difficult task, and if you are wondering is it possible to automate it or simplify it for ease of doing it, then make sure to drop a mail here along with the sample file and I will surely try to help you. Hope you have liked the video. Catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.